In this lecture, I would like to discuss about the decomposition potential and ore voltage. So first of all, let us discuss decomposition potential. We know that during the electrolysis of the electrolyte, the electrode polarization has been takes place. The back EMF has been developed. The electrode gets polarized. So due to polarization, the potential required to bring about continuous electrolysis in electrolytic cell will be greater than the theoretical potential of the cell, and continuous electrolysis will take place at a certain minimum applied potential during the electrolysis of the electrolyte. There is some opposition to the process has been occurs. Let us take the example of electrolysis of the sulfuric acid. Electrolysis of the sulfuric acid. So we know that in the electrolysis of the sulfuric acid, as there is a formation of the two active gas electrodes, there is a formation of the two active gas electrodes. These active gas electrodes constitute the galvanic cell, and the opposite process has been takes place. That is, back EMF has been produced. Back EMF has been produced here, and this back EMF opposes to the external EMF, and therefore the continuous electrolysis of the electrolyte does not take place. It means the electrode get polarized. So the potential required to bring about continuous electrolysis of such electrolytic cell will be greater than the theoretical reversible potential of the cell. So it means that we have to apply the potential externally greater to that of the back EMF which has been produced. Then continuous electrolysis of the electrolyte has been takes place. Suppose if the back EMF produced, it will be here 1.23 volt due to the formation of the galvanic cell. So externally we have to supply the potential greater to this value. Suppose it is 1.5. Then the continuous electrolysis of the potential will be takes place. So the minimum applied potential to bring about continuous decomposition of the electrolyte, minimum applied potential to bring about continuous decomposition of electrolyte by electrolysis is known as decomposition potential. What is decomposition potential? It is the minimum applied potential greater than to that of the back EMF. Minimum applied potential to bring about continuous decomposition of the electrolyte by electrolysis. It is known as decomposition potential. So when we are doing the electrolysis of the electrolyte, we have to supply the greater potential where the continuous electrolysis of the electrolyte has to be takes place. So the decomposition potential is defined as the minimum potential that must be applied between the electrodes. The minimum potential that must be applied between the electrodes dipped in the electrolytic solution. Dipped in the electrolytic solution so as to bring the continuous decomposition of the electrolyte by electrolysis. So in one sentence, we can say that what is the decomposition potential? Decomposition potential, it is the potential required to decompose the given electrolyte continuously. That potential, it is called as a decomposition potential. It is the minimum potential that must be applied between the electrodes when that electrodes are dipped in the electrolytic solution, so as to bring the continuous electrolysis of the electrolyte. So let us explain how to determine the decomposition potential. How to determine the decomposition potential. Experimental method for the determination of the decomposition potential. We know what is a decomposition potential. It is a minimum potential required to decompose the given electrolyte continuously, or it is the potential required to decompose the given electrolyte continuously. So that is decomposition potential. And that decomposition potential, it is greater than back EMF. And when we supply that much potential, the given electrolyte, it is continuously decomposes. It means the electrolysis of that given electrolyte will be takes place continuously. So let us see how to determine this decomposition potential. So you can see here the experimental setup, it is given here. So first of all, see what is the experimental setup. This is the electrolytic bath. These are the two electrodes which are dipped in the solution of the electrolytic bath. The stirrer which stir the solution. The LHS electrode, it is cathode. RHS electrode, it is anode. The voltmeter is connected into the circuit to measure the potential. The resistance wire is there to increase the potential. Variable resistance wire. Key is to complete the circuit, and source of EMF or source of electricity. The experimental setup to determine the decomposition potential of an electrolyte is shown in the figure. This is the experimental setup. You can see here. The electrolytic cell contains an electrolyte. The electrolytic cell contains an electrolyte. Whatever the electrolyte, sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, copper sulfate, zinc sulfate, such electrolytes are taken here. A stirrer is used to stir the solution continuously. We have to stir the solution to minimize the concentration polarization. The two electrodes are connected to the variable resistance. These two electrodes are connected to this variable resistance and also to an external source of EMF. This is the external source of EMF. We have to supply the electricity. External source of EMF through an ammeter. Ammeter is there for measuring the current. Whatever the current is passing through the circuit, that current can be measured with the help of the ammeter. And the voltmeter measures the applied potential, which is to be supplied to the given electrolytic cell for the electrolysis. So the variable resistance wire, it is used to regulate the potential. It is used to regulate the voltage applied to the cell. With the help of this variable resistance wire, we can increase the voltage, or we can increase the potential or decrease the potential. This is called as a jockey J. This is a jockey J, where it can be movable from this side to this side, in which we can increase the potential here. We can increase the applied voltage. Okay, we can increase the applied voltage. Now, in order to determine the decomposition potential, the applied potential has to be increased gradually. The applied potential has to be increased gradually. So with the help of this variable resistance wire, we can increase the potential. Because in this case, we want to find out the decomposition potential. We want to find out the decomposition potential of the electrolyte. So step by step, we have to increase the potential here by moving this. Suppose that initially we have kept the potential 0.5 volt. So this voltmeter shows some deflection when we increase the potential. And this ammeter also shows some deflection as we increase the applied potential. So current is passing there when we increase the potential. So at this potential 0.5, 1.0, then 1.2 like that, 1.4. We have to increase the potential very slowly, gradually. Because in this case, we are going to find out the decomposition potential. What is the decomposition potential? It is the potential at which continuous electrolysis of the electrolyte has to be takes place. Means whatever the gases which are released at the respective electrodes. We know that during the electrolysis of the sulfuric acid, hydrogen gas is released here at the cathode and oxygen gas is released here at the anode. So decomposition potential, it is the potential where the hydrogen and oxygen gases are released continuously. Okay, it means the continuous electrolysis of the electrolyte is takes place, and this ammeter shows the deflection. Actually, whenever there is a back EMF is produced, the ammeter does not show any deflection because that back EMF opposes to the external EMF. But if once the external EMF it is greater than the back EMF, then the continuous electrolysis of the electrolyte has been started and this ammeter shows sudden deflection. This ammeter shows sudden deflection. So to find out the decomposition potential required for the given electrolyte, we have to plot the graph. The current flowing is plotted against the applied potential or applied voltage. So the graph is shown here. You can see. This is the graph where current versus applied potential, because ammeter shows the current. So initially when the applied potential is lower, there is a slowly increase in the current. This curve shows that along AB, the current is practically constant. Along AB, the current is practically constant here. Not so much increase in the current along the AB because the back EMF is opposite to the external EMF here up to this stage. Current is very slowly increases, practically remains constant. Okay. At the point B, the current is suddenly increases here. Later on, the current is suddenly increases. The ammeter shows sudden deflection rapidly until it reaches to the point C. Thus, along BC, continuous electrolysis of the electrolyte is takes place. Along the BC here, the continuous electrolysis of the electrolyte is takes place. The potential that has to be applied externally in order to bring the continuous electrolysis can be obtained by extrapolating BC to potential axis. So this BC can be extrapolated here and it will meet at the point D. The point D directly gives the decomposition potential. So this is the decomposition potential of the given electrolyte. Okay. So at this point D, the sudden increase in the current is there. So this point D, it is called as a decomposition potential. So decomposition potential, it is the minimum potential required to decompose the given electrolyte. So graphically, it can be determined in this way. So for that purpose, we have to plot the graph of current versus applied potential. because in this experiment we are going to increase the applied potential. So at a certain value of the applied potential, the electrolyte starts to decompose continuously, and that point is called as the decomposition potential. So in this case, the point D directly gives the decomposition potential. Point D directly gives the decomposition potential. So in this way, we can determine the decomposition potential. Once again, you have to see this experimental setup, what we require to measure the decomposition potential. Variable resistance wire is there, where it can be used to increase the applied potential. Voltmeter which measures the applied potential, ammeter which measures the current. The use of the stirrer, continuously we have to stir the solution. The two electrodes, cathode and anode, are dipped in the solution of the electrolyte, and the two electrodes are connected to the source of the EMF. Okay, so this is the experimental setup for the electrolysis of the electrolyte, where we can determine the decomposition potential. We can determine the decomposition potential of the electrolyte. The decomposition potential, it is denoted by the letter ED. It is denoted by the letter ED. ED is called as a decomposition potential. ED, it is called as a decomposition potential. So in this way, by making such experimental setup, we can determine the decomposition potential of the electrolyte.